Hello everyone and welcome to another lecture of KPS Civil Services. In this lecture, we are actually going to discuss the schedule about how we are going to cover your entire foundational program in which we will be covering the prelims and the mains exam from the very foundation of NCRTs to the advanced level of every book with very micro details of each and every topic. So let us dive into the schedule. I will be also providing you this detailed PDF schedule in the description. So if you're watching on the YouTube, you can actually just go to the description and download the schedule and keep a printout of it so that you can use it as a reference whenever you want. And you can also know the schedule when the classes would be uploaded, which days are kept as off for our staff so that you can plan accordingly. So this is the schedule that you will be following during this course. We will be completing the entire syllabus in 217 days. So the method that we follow, these are for the live classes. We are following the same schedule both for the free classes and the live classes. So the upload schedule for the entire program is that we are starting day one with this schedule and the concept lecture on how to read the NCRT books. The entire strategy of covering the NCRT books from class 6 to class 12th, how to read them, how to organize them according to the lectures. So from day 2 till day 11th, we will be covering two NCRTs, that is the polity and the geography NCRT, and we will be done by these two books from 6th to 12th class by 11th day. On the 12th day, we have 100-question MCQ test for both polity and geography. It would be a combined test. So a mix and match of polity and geography questions, a total of 100 questions, as they will be asking you in the civil services prelims examination. It will be based on that pattern. You can attempt this test on our website, that is www.kpsinstitute.com, and then you can just go on to the free registration and you can start your free registration on the website, where you will also get access to the prelims and the mains test series, which books we recommend with each lecture as we go forward, which chapters we have to read, which topics do we have to cover. We have to do all those. They will be covered here thoroughly. So the day 12 will also have a detailed answer key along with a video explaining that answer key, why any option was correct option, how you should have intercepted the question, how you should have attempted the question. And we will be discussing each and every angle, how to use elimination method, if and where applicable. So as the changing pattern, elimination method is getting a bit redundant, but it is not completely out of focus. As we go forward and you gain more knowledge, I'll be able to teach you how to actually use the elimination method in a better way. So we'll be discussing it after each examination. So from day 13 to day 27, we will be doing the history and the economics NCRTs, that we will be covering ancient, medieval, and modern part of the history according to the NCRTs, and the economics from class 9 to class 12th for details explanation of those. Then we will have a 100-question test of these NCRTs, that is the history and the economics. Moving forward, then we will be having a prelims test, 100 questions of history and economics, as we have covered. So each topic at its end would have a test of its own. So at the very start, we are just having the prelims test. As we move forward, we shift to the books. So like from day 30, so 29 would be another concept lecture of how to read current affairs, utilize them best for both prelims and mains, as we will be covering the editorials and the newspaper currents for the prelims, both in our module in detail. From day 30 to 38, even beyond, we are covering Indian polity as a first subject. And on the other side, we will be starting with the Indian society And after a few days, if you will see that you will have a prelims test that is marked in green color, 100 questions MCQ test. This is the prelims. The green color is for the prelims. And you will also have a 20 questions mains exam for the topics mentioned here. So all the topics that we will be covering in the class, you will be having their mains examination also. So you can just go to the portal, login, and in your dashboard, you will see the lectures. You will see a prelims test series column, mains test series column. So you can just download your question paper for the mains from there with the answer sheet, and the answer hints would also be provided. So everything in this program are detailed. So again, let me emphasize on this, that we are giving you more than any paid course can actually give you. So you don't need to join any coaching after this. This is a revolution that we are trying to create, that education should be accessible to all. So this is how we are trying to make it accessible to all, that we are providing everything for free. And even these tests are not very easy, and they would be based on UPSC patterns. So you can expect those level of questions in them. All right, even if you are appearing for the state services, if you prepare for the UPSC, you are way ahead of your time. So moving forward, the polity and Indian society. By day 46, Indian society subject would be completed. Then there's another test. Then we will be starting with international relation. Polity is a bigger subject, so it will go on for more lectures. And it will finally come to conclusion. So international relation also comes to conclusion on day 67. But the polity goes on because we are covering it in very detail for the prelims and the mains exam. So this is one of the reasons. Then we will be starting the internal security, and the Indian polity is still on day 90. We will be done with Indian polity and internal security. So this would mark the end of Indian polity and 3 other subjects. So don't think that the Indian polity is being dragged for so long. Indian polity is very important for your prelims as well as your mains general studies paper too. So this is the reason why we have to cover this in a very detailed manner, both for the prelims and the mains, because you can expect around 12 to 18 questions in prelims from the Indian polity, and general studies paper 2 is mostly based on Indian polity. So we have to cover these bigger subjects in a very greater detail. After that, we will be starting with the history, because from past few years, ancient and medieval history weightage is being increased in the civil service examination, both at the center and in the states, because students actually don't like this subject very much. So even the commissions know that, and that is why they are asking more and more questions from these subjects. So we have to perfect these as well. So Indian polity is comparatively easier subject. So once we are done with that, we will be moving to a harder one, so that we can perfect it by the time your examination comes on. So we will be covering the ancient along with the art and architecture. So this is completely your history module, where we will be doing the architecture as well as the history. And within that, after a few topics, there are prelims and mains tests simultaneously. So then comes the medieval, and with it, the environment subject would start. Medieval would continue, and the environment would also continue. So we have 2 tests of medieval and 2 tests of modern. So even your prelims and mains test series have multiple tests of the same subject. So likewise, we will be covering all these subjects. This is the detailed schedule. You can just go on the link and download it for your own. We will be also covering the entire Atlas schedule. Our aim is to complete this entire program by February. In the month of February, your 217 days would be over, and we will be done by this program. And after February, we will shift to a dedicated program of prelims preparation. We will be covering all these subjects plus some extra reports, ministerial material, some value addition magazines would also be provided, plus current affair revisions, and daily tests would occur after that, so that you are being catapulted into a perfection for your prelims exam. So we will be also covering in that prelims module, we will be covering the state GK of Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. So you are being prepared for 2023 for the entire syllabus of UPSC plus even the state exams of these states. Moving forward, we will like to cover even more states of India. So because this is a revolution, we have to reach each and every person. So that is why this program is being created. And at last, we have made a detailed holiday schedule for our staff. You know, if the staff is working around the clock for providing the best services, they obviously need days off. Like for the example, this year for the month of August, 15th was the launch date on which we launched the free program. So it was also a holiday for the staff. After that, 18 to 21 was a long weekend given to the staff so that everything that they have prepared, they can first take an off and then they can start afresh from 22nd. So likewise, there are holidays in between 31, 8, 16, 18. So you need to keep a tap on these things so that you know in advance that there would be no videos from our side because our staff would be on holiday, including the Sundays and some of the Saturdays as well, if you can see in these. All right, so just keep a detailed printout of these, or you can just keep a screenshot of this, or you can keep the entire PDF in your file so that you have that for reference every time you feel like where we are in the schedule, or when is the next holiday. That even while preparing, we want you to be consistent, so you can also plan. If you are going on a vacation or something, you can also plan accordingly that these are the holidays that are coming together and there would be no classes and I can actually take an off. So plan accordingly and we will see you in the classes. Thank you.